immigrants that Trudeau brought in
Hey,
Are live.
That's what they're doing.
Welcome everybody to Ladies Night Live. We got Terminator, Tambra, and Shannon in the house. And so in the chat, I would just like to welcome Laura, Starla.
who's here? I didn't look.
Oh, and Aaron and Jane. Welcome everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
Yes, so let me make sure. Okay. For some reason, my laptop was lagging just a bit, but I think it's okay now. So, how are you ladies doing? I know, Terminator, you were just eating a yummy, delicious snack there.
Yep, stewed rhubarb.
She has lots of rhubarb.
Yeah, I got most of the plants planted. I've got some in buckets for now because my main part of the garden I've only got all that's left in my greenhouse is my sunflowers that I got to pull out and some zucchini and the loofah and a watermelon that I got to figure out where I'm going to put in the Texas garden.
Hey,
And
hang it somewhere.
I have that all cleaned up nice tomorrow. The grass cut all around it. The Danny corn's doing really good. Nice long roots on it, and I fertilized it tonight with some. It's my chicken manure tea, really good in nitrogen, which corn needs. So I'm hoping if we get the rain tonight and tomorrow, that'll push it down into the roots.
There you go. Yeah.
But the garden's starting to come. Yeah, the garden's starting to come together.
Good.
They laugh at me. They laugh at me, Terminator.
Why?
I peed on my corn this morning.
Good. Because you know what? People don't realize it. See the experiments they were doing? Danny, Wanda.
Yep.
And I think Billy Bond. They were all doing that experience. But you know what? If it's done right, you can use it. You dilute it a bit. You can use it, and you can use it as fertilizer. As long as you're not, as long as you aren't taking any medications or anything like that, then it's not into the urine, and you can use it as a fertilizer.
Yep. I'm not taking anything but MSM. And that's sulfur.
There you go. Oh, my husband's father years ago used to have an outhouse inside the back part of the garage, and all he used in it was a bucket. And when it went up so high, they didn't put toilet paper or nothing in it. Then he used to take it out and fill it right up in a big barrel with water and dilute it really good. And then he'd let it sit and ferment. And then he took it and used to put it on his garden, on his fruit garden. And you know what? You should have seen how beautiful his strawberry patch was. And there was 4 or 5 families picking off it. And all the raspberry bushes and the blackberry bushes. We used to walk through rows and pick standing. They were so thick.
Yeah. Wow.
See how my corn does. I'm gonna pee in a different place every day.
There you go.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Cool.
That's crazy, ain't it?
And All Americans urine. That's one for him. That's a good weed killer or grass killer for his.
Weed killer?
Yeah.
Weed and grass killer. Because where we are, he pees in a jug, and so I pour it out where I want the grass to die.
Really?
Yes.
What kind,
Yep, I'll put it in the same spot for a good amount of time, and it will kill the grass.
It's kind of like the dog's pee, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Well, he always calls himself a dog too, so.
Nice.
He's a werewolf, not a dog.
We're soul. That's our soul animal.
Oh, what is that?
Our soul animal.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised Karen isn't on yet. Well,
Yeah.
it's only been 5 minutes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be
so-
on soon.
Yeah. Yeah, she should be.
Tambra, how
Yeah,
did you
so-
like my live stream last night?
What?
How did you like my live stream last night?
I did, but I didn't do very good.
That's all right. Everybody's there is learning.
I did great the week
Hey.
before that.
I did worse than you, Tambra. I had to give up and go to bed because I couldn't stay awake.
I stayed awake, but I didn't do very good.
And it wasn't because it's boring, because I love learning and listening, because I've read the Bible once already and then I'm reading it again.
It was
But
fun
because you're always learning something new every time. But I
Yep.
was so exhausted from being 12 hours out in the garden.
I had fun the week
Oh,
before
yeah.
that. This last
Yeah.
time it wasn't fun because I didn't do good.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Maybe
but you know
better.
what? You guys are lucky. You know why? Because whoever's in the chat is always ahead of me. As soon as she gives the question,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
No.
boom, within seconds. I don't even get to look it up. I don't
No.
even get to think or anything. And
Before
somebody
they
already
say
has the
anything,
answer.
Before she asked the
Yeah.
question, they already
Yeah, even
talking,
before she
saying,
asks the question, the answer's up.
Yeah, me too. That's why
That's
I'm like
because I give
Thursday
good hints.
Yeah.
No, something's going on there. I don't know
What I
Yep.
missed?
Hey Karen, what's up?
Hey, Karen. They were just talking
You
about
missed me
Shannon
eating,
live last night. For one of them.
and you missed me eating stewed rhubarb.
Yes.
Was it sweet?
Well,
What's that?
Was it sweet?
She
Sweet?
said,
Yeah, well,
was it
I did it
sweet?
with a bit of sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, I added for the recipe with a bit of sugar that they call for, and let it cook slowly. Get simmered slowly till it was really nice and soft. Then I've got a full quart, and I had a half. Well, I did have 3/4 of a quart, but I filled my bowl up full. That was my dessert.
There you go.
Do you
Yeah,
make
so
the
I didn't. I had
strawberry rhubarb
about
pie?
8 1/4 cup. What's
Do
that?
you make strawberry rhubarb pie?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, I haven't, because I haven't got strawberries right now. My strawberry plants are massive. They're like 6 inches high, 7 inches high, tons of flowers. And every day I go and make sure there's no strips growing, the suckers that grow.
Yeah.
And I snip them all off so they'll just keep producing flowers and fruit. And they haven't produced fruit yet. Lots of bees around, so mine are just a bit late.
My strawberries aren't doing good either. I don't know
I've
why.
never been able to grow myself, but luckily some guy on the mountain does, and he gives me a good deal.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
Same thing with sweet. I
Well,
don't
I've
grow
got-
sweet potatoes or anything that they grow on the mountain local.
Yeah.
That I know that they're not, a huge commercial. They come down and set up at the free markets and the flea markets here in Trenton, and it's a small town, y'all. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I take my specialty jams and jellies down and barter and trade. I give them a quart of blueberry syrup and get a bushel of corn or whatever.
That's the way to do it.
So I want to
Trick
know
is
what
to
I
go late. Trick is to go late in the day when they're hot, tired, and ready to pack up and go home, and they'll give you a
Right.
great deal on anything that's left.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, because they don't want to pack it up and take it home.
Yep, timing.
They just
is
want it
everything.
gone.
Timing is everything.
Yep.
I wait until I see 2 or 3 of them starting to pack up, and then I make the rounds, and they usually give me a great deal.
There you
Karen,
go.
I want to know what I can do with my oregano. It's blooming, making flowers. Are the flowers?
Pinch it off or harvest it.
Yeah, harvest it and what? Put it in a tincture.
You can tie it in bunches to dry. You can dry it on a dehydrator low, like not over 100 degrees. You can oven dry them, but it kind of cooks the flavor out.
Just hang it up.
Yeah, just bunch it like you do mint with a rubber band around a whole bunch of them, and hang them to dry for a week or 2.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and then I make myself oregano oil with it.
Oregano
what
I use
I
olive
oil.
oil.
You can drink
infuse,
it in your
infuse it,
teas. You can make it. It's one of the medicinal herbs.
make a
Yes, it
tincture,
is.
infuse it in
Yeah, it's
oil.
got a
Yep.
whole
Yep.
slew of all the basic, rosemary, thyme, basil, sage. They all have multiple uses other than just culinary.
Oregano is the
Yep.
best anti, anti,
Yep.
Yeah, antibacterial.
anti whatever. It's a anti bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bacterial, antiseptic. You can give it to your chickens to keep them from getting worms. All kind of stuff.
I give
Yep.
them pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin seeds are
Yeah.
good
So do
too.
I.
I
Yeah.
just take same thing. I go through the grocery stores after Halloween,
Yeah,
Yep.
and they
buy
just give them
pumpkins.
to me,
Really cool.
and I take them. Sometimes they charge you 50% off, but you make friends in the supply business.
Yeah,
Make good friends in supply. That's what my dad always told me. In the army or in regular life, make good friends with your supply sergeant or your supplier of whatever. So you make great friends with the head of the produce department and the manager of the store. And then you go through and go, man, I don't want to pay 50% off. I mean, what are y'all going to do with them? I'm going to feed them
just
to my
don't throw them
chickens,
away.
my goats. And he'll go, just grab you some, Karen, just grab you some. So I'll grab them up, bring them home, and we deworm.
They're just gonna
I'll
throw them
Yep.
even
away.
I'll even cook them, powder them, or dry them and powder them up and use them as flour for like pumpkin breads
Yep.
and
Really,
stuff.
pumpkin?
Cool.
I cube them and put them. I can them, and then I like making my
That meal.
squash soup.
Squash
Yeah.
or
Cool.
pumpkin?
And then
Yeah.
a
I like
lot of
my
that
squash soup.
They make
pumpkin,
great cold squash soup.
the pumpkin is good
What?
also for the dogs for if they have diarrhea or constipated. They're
Yes,
good
it is.
for
Yeah.
Yeah.
a scoop or two of pumpkin, and it helps with that.
But I have a problem with. I want to put cream cheese icing on it.
I don't
You
remember
want to put what
taking
on it, Canberra?
Cream cheese icing, and I want to eat it too.
Yes.
Yep.
I might have sent it down with John. It was from your credit union.
Love
'Cause I love
pumpkin
it too.
pie.
Okay.
I love pumpkin too.
Yep. I
Oh, I
do
make pumpkin butter too. I make pumpkin
Pumpkin
butter.
pudding.
Ooh,
You
that's
put it
cool.
in
Yep.
their oatmeal. Little
Cream cheese icing is
cinnamon
good on anything.
and brown sugar and pumpkin in the oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm eating this tonight.
What's that? Cinnamon crispy granola.
Banana cinnamon crispy granola. Mmm.
Yep. And I also have a raspberry cacao.
Huh? Cacao.
That sounds
Okay.
different.
Yeah. It's organic red berries and dark chocolate with crispy granola.
Hmm.
I can use it as cereal, but I like it as a snack.
Just
Yeah.
eat it dry.
Yep. And tomorrow I'm going to go and get my hair cut with my aunt, and I'm going to do my burgundy for my hair color.
Oh no.
Okay.
So it'll be a little redder.
Maroon.
Oh, that's another thing you can do, Shannon, too, is take that trail mix
Uh-huh.
and when you cook up your oatmeal, throw a handful of that in with it,
Yeah.
especially in the wintertime.
Oh,
Good
cool.
hot oatmeal breakfast in the wintertime. You throw and rehydrate a bunch of that in there. It's good.
Cool.
Yum,
I'll
yum,
have to
yum,
try
yum.
that. I
Especially the
usually just
banana
have
and cinnamon.
coffee.
Screw
I
the
usually
game,
just
let's
have
just talk.
coffee.
Here
Oh
we
no,
go.
I
I
have breakfast every day.
Screw the game,
I
let's just talk.
I put my elderberry syrup in my first cup of coffee. The second cup of coffee is plain. But the third cup of coffee, y'all, the one that's going to give me the energy burst to get through the day,
Yeah, what is it?
a big heaping spoon of hot cocoa mix.
I do that too with my favorite YouTuber's coffee, and he's got cocoa too.
That's not enough caffeine. Come on, we need something else. We need some.
If
I
I
went to-
really need
I went to-
caffeine, then I go to the truck stops and I get those little espresso
5 hour
shots.
energy.
Coke,
Oh yeah.
okay. They come free. They're like little creamers that you put in your coffee. It's like a caffeine shoot for your coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some truck stops carry them, some don't. But yeah, you put one of those in your coffee. I always grab a handful and put them in my pocket on my way out the door.
Nah, it ain't. Think it's enough?
They're pure caffeine. They're coffee shots, but they're pure caffeine. It's to espresso up your coffee.
Well, I'll try that.
oh,
Well, this is what else I'm drinking at work. It's like the sparkling ice. It's got caffeine, and this is a blue raspberry.
Yeah,
I
see,
like
I don't do anything that's got the dyes and the artificial sweeteners in it because one of my kids is deathly allergic. So I
Yeah?
don't keep it in the house, and I don't.
Ah.
We don't buy it.
I stick
Yeah.
to my water and Zambuca.
That's a,
Yeah,
that's a
Kendra
downer.
ferments her own
tornado.
sambuca.
It's a downer tornado. That's when you get ready
What?
to go to bed. It's a downer. It's when you get ready to go to bed.
Let's play some
know.
games.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
My husband and I are going to try this.
Oh,
Okay.
let me show y'all what I found cleaning out my mother-in-law's house.
Boba tea.
The
What is that?
Ronco Food Dehydrator VHS tape.
oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Oh wow.
Food
Older than
Dehydrator.
shit.
Dang.
That's
How old is
funny.
that?
I wonder how old this thing is. I'm thinking at least the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
Look, it don't say it on
Yeah.
on the carton. It don't
Doesn't say it on the
deal?
box.
No, I haven't been able to find it because trust me, I have been looking.
Ronco.
Okay, wait.
That's a long time ago.
1992.
Holy crap.
40 years.
You can
40
see how
years ago.
easy it is to make. Delicious fruit roll-ups, beef jerky, hamburger
Lord.
jerky, vegetables, soup mixes, herbs and spices, fruits. So I'm offering to send this to you,
That's
Miss
funny.
Ashley,
Yes.
and you can do a little game and auction it off. Have it be a price for somebody.
Oh, that
Cool.
sounds
That's funny.
good.
Cool.
I like that idea.
Do you have the thing?
The dehydrator, no. All I've got is the VHS tape. It works with any of the round dehydrators. It works with any dehydrator. It just
No,
was
it's
designed for
Ronco.
that Ronco round. I mean, they all make them. Those of you who have like Terminator, those of you who have round dehydrators,
I
Oh,
got
Mine's
one.
square.
go
Mine's
online.
square. Rectangular.
Go online to the company store,
Go online to
Yeah.
eBay.
and they will have all those trays and stuff that you can buy directly from them to fit your dehydrator.
eBay.
You just got to go to that company directly.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
gave my daughter a 30-year-old sewing machine, and it was pre-computerized. It had these little pattern discs that you
Mhm.
switched out. It could do all kinds of shit as long as you switched those little, and I only had 3 discs, the 3 basic ones. She contacted Singer, and they still had the entire set of those discs, and they sent them to her.
That's cool.
Oh,
Cool.
wow. That's cool.
So I'm saying contact the company directly,
Mhm.
and they probably have everything you need or want.
Yeah. My dehydrator is actually in storage right now, so I gotta get it out and clean it up, and then I can do some fruits and all.
I'm thinking about getting me one of those mesh hanging.
I got one of those. I have one
I,
of those.
I want to get one of those. I mean, the sun gets hot here.
I have one
Hang
of
on,
those.
y'all.
I don't know how much it would work here because we're so humid.
Yeah.
I have one of those hanging things. But I usually just hang it
Okay.
I just set them on the
on a string.
on the porch.
Oh, okay.
I might get John to take care of it tonight. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Grandpa heard me talking about it, and I was going, putting up stuff. Put
He
it.
can't. He can go outside, but here is no way he can even try to put it up. I'll get the. I'll.
I've been
I
using
will ask
for
the old food. Get him back
lotion
in the
this
house.
salve that
Uh-oh.
my
Uh-oh.
sister-in-law made
Clutter in the house.
with bone broth and essential oils and stuff.
Yeah,
My
don't worry about
dogs
it. We're
like
just
that.
laughing at this point. Okay. I gotta go, sweetie.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye. She's been cleaning my mother and father-in-law's house out, and he's gone from chair-bound, sleeping. He's got dementia, advanced dementia and stuff. But he woke up today, and there was a clean spot in the living room. My mother-in-law had cleaned her shelves off, cleaned it up nice and everything, dusted every bric-a-brac and put it back just so. He woke up, he opened his eyes, he got up, he went into the hallway, came back with like a Dremel accessory kit, walked over there, put it on the top shelf, and my mother-in-law screamed at him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to work over here later. I need this." She said, "No, you're not. Get it off. Get it out of here right now. You're retired. You sit in your chair all day. You're not going to do nothing." But he does. He has dementia, and he just gets a thought, and he just gets up and travels.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But other than that, he's basically housebound.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you get up and clean or do anything work related around him, he's got to get up and help. He's got to get up and do his own thing.
It's okay. Let them do what they want to do.
It's okay until he, punches a 3-foot hole in the wall with his little electric scooter. He's not
Yeah.
allowed to ride it no more.
Oh, that's not funny, but it is because it's not me. I have to
He
deal
can't
with
mow
it.
the grass because he gotten to the point where he flipped the mower over on top of himself. We couldn't have that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Or, fall asleep and drive through the fence.
My
Or
my
over
scooter's
my
gonna
apple
have
trees.
to gumbo mutters on it. It's just gonna have to go out in the yard.
So we're having fun with the in-laws this week.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, we love them or we wouldn't put up with it, right?
It
Yeah.
happens. You got to take care of them.
Oh yeah, I know. We do. We're
gotta take care
trying.
of
We're
your
trying to
family.
fix their house and clean their house. And
Got to take care of your family.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but I don't have to sit in there and listen to them scream at me. I'm home all the time, so they want to scream at me all the time. I don't get the loving, nice side.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
I'm in and out because I do love them, and I know that's not them cursing me,
Mm-hmm.
No.
but my nerves can't take it for long. We live right next door. Literally, the driveway separates us so we can take care of it.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
ladies, y'all ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I got distracted. Sorry about that.
It's okay. All right. Bank run. On June 6, 2030, a bank run during the Great Depression has left your community facing increased levels of homelessness. The city government has mandated that every household take in one homeless person into their homes. You have an empty room in your house and you must offer it as temporary shelter for a homeless individual. But doing so would mean sacrificing your family's privacy and safety. Do you open your home to help someone in need, risking your family's comfort and security, or do you prioritize your family's well-being by breaking this law and becoming a criminal? Terminator, what would you do?
Well, I don't open put it this way, I've had the
Rebel.
experience. I don't open my home to any stranger or unless they're a family member. My son tried to help a family brought them in on the property, had a place for them to stay and everything, and they didn't watch their kids. They destroyed a lot of stuff. Their kids just did whatever they wanted. The kids would look at their mother when she tried to correct them and tell her to F you and, stuff like that. And I told my son that they couldn't be here anymore because they were too destructive. They weren't paying rent. So we tried to help them with their 5 kids and it didn't work out. Well, then 2 years later, my son tried to help them again, and then they're no longer around here. They're not allowed on the property. They like to use the system, and he's a druggie. So, and he wouldn't clean himself up or anything. Everything was all about him. So yeah, no, I won't jeopardize my family in any way anymore. I will never open up. We've helped others with giving them food and stuff like that. But you know what? My family comes first. So the answer, I would never open up. Never.
Yeah.
And I don't comply with the government to begin with.
Yeah.
Why would the government want you to help somebody why can't the government do it themselves? They steal all the money from everybody.
Fuck the
Yeah.
government.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shannon, what would you do?
Well, I'm trying to find the one with when Moses had the 10 Commandments,
Yeah.
and it says, "Thou shalt love thy neighbor."
Yeah.
No.
You need to do that. Doesn't matter
Yeah, but
what.
they will fuck you around every chance they get. Trust me.
Yeah, well,
The thing
I'd be better
is-
off in heaven just by complying to God's will. Because I would rather help out the people than deny them the safety and the comfort of a home.
Yeah.
But he
Because
don't
I
want
did
you
have a
to.
homeless man that I worked with, and I offered him tents and other stuff, and he would not take it because he was too proud. And I'm
Yes.
sad that they don't want anything from anybody. That's like, I'm hoping that the Lord sees the good that I'm doing in this world and I get rewarded with what I want and need in heaven when I get there.
You will.
Yeah. Yeah. Tambra, what would you do?
I won't help anybody else. I am finished. I've been screwed around too many times.
Yeah. That is
Now,
one thing when you've been
not
burnt.
in my house. Not in my house. Now I'll give them food and I'll help them like that, but not in my house.
Yeah. I know when people have been burnt a lot, then it's hard to open up again.
Yep.
Karen, what about you?
I would use the system to beat the system.
Yeah.
I have a big family. I have a lot of family. I always have family who's needing a place to stay. So you take said family down and you have them sign up as a refugee needing a home, and then you sign up as the volunteer to take them in.
Yeah.
Smart.
Take in family, but you use the system to make sure you don't have to take in strangers.
Yes. There you go.
So I will use the system to beat the system.
Yep. I like that. All right. Let's go to the next. All right, what number? Let's see. All right. Emergency preparedness basics. Have you identified the location of emergency exits in buildings you frequently visit, such as schools, workplaces, or shopping centers? Terminator.
You don't go
Read it
anywhere.
again. Mr. Terminator went walking by with his speakerphone on, and I couldn't hear a word you were saying.
Okay. Have you
I'm gonna-
identified the location of emergency exits in buildings you frequently visit, such as schools, workplaces, or shopping centers.
We don't go anywhere.
I know. But when you happen to go to the store, you go to Walmart and pick up just a few little things, you go to the feed store.
I ain't going to
If
Walmart.
I always memorize when you go someplace, you always memorize exits. So if anything happens, you know a way out. You always prepare for a way out. Always.
Yep. Shannon?
And you know what?
Yep.
I always tell everybody when I worked at Walmart, before I went overnight, people would come up to me and ask me, "Well, do you know where this is? Do you know where that is?" Turn around, and I'd say, "Look way up. You remember the Friendly Giant movie? Look way up. You see the sign? It'll tell you on the sign." And they'd look up, and exactly what they're looking for is up there on the sign, so they know where to go.
And that's not a thing the last few years.
I could
because
tell them where to
Walmart
go, but
arranges
no.
their aisles so often they don't keep their signage up to date.
Yes, and actually, the bigger Walmarts, they
No,
don't
every
have,
3 months. Every 3 months they do a
they
every
change
3 months.
and
They
then
do
they
a switcheroo.
replace the signs.
Yep, I know. I'm part of it. Yep.
My turn.
Yes.
Hey, I could tell you a story about when I had
Yes,
to do
I
cleaning
drive
in
around the
Walmart and
first time
what
I
we
go
found under some of
somewhere.
them shelving.
When I go to the mall, I stop and I look at the freaking map. There's a map at every main entrance.
Don't
Yeah.
go to Walmart.
Okay.
That's
In
scary.
Yep.
other words, if you are here and your favorite store is over here,
In the big malls.
so
I don't go to the
I
mall.
take a picture of that with my cell phone.
Scary, scary.
So I
Malls,
always have it no matter where I'm at.
Yeah.
malls are scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. So yes and no. I mean, high text. You use the text. You don't have to memorize it if you got it in your hand.
Yep.
And number two, I am not above picking up a chair and making my own damn exit through a window if I have to.
Fucking name.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always carry your gun.
Always.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And your knives. And your pepper spray.
Can't.
Never know what might happen.
You got a dirty
We're not
pocket,
even allowed to
you
have
know
pepper
what you
spray on
carry
us.
in there. I was talking about up here, honey.
We can have our
Yeah.
we can pack our stuff here.
Yeah, but it's
I have
good
my
to
knives hidden.
have your self-defense
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
and easily accessible.
And for those of you who have long hair, seriously consider keeping it up in a nice little fancy bun. But the bun holder sticks.
Right.
Those motherfuckers are
Pins.
weapons with stainless steel.
The hat pins.
Yeah, 4-inch hat pin if you know how to use it. In at the base of the skull, flip it around a couple of times, pull it out, keep walking. They die.
Here.
Yeah.
I got this. Where's it at? See this right here?
Yeah.
How about this? How about this? It's supposed to be a pen, but it's not. It's a weapon.
Yep. I've got the real thing where I live. We actually utilize and act upon our 2A rights all the time.
I carry
Yeah.
my weapon.
When
I
I
carry
leave
my
the house,
pistol.
I have guns.
My pistol
When I
goes
go
everywhere
to the
with me.
museum, those little old soldiers yell, "Pocket check. Here's mine. What you got?" And I'll pull one out my boot, and I'll pull one off my hip, and I'll pull one out my
Right.
bra.
Right. My
I
pistol
carry a
goes everywhere
pistol,
with me.
but I
And
also carry a Winchester.
My big knives. Yeah.
Because when I worked at a truck stop, I'd always carry that out with me,
Yeah.
in my hand, at my side. I'd have half the girls walk with me because I knew how to use it.
We ain't doing that shit.
Because they were so scared of these truckers that were sleeping.
Yeah.
Truckers
Well,
usually are
most
pretty
of them
good,
were
but
I used to
teenagers,
work
so
the
I,
truck stop. Those truckers were scared of me.
the truckers ain't usually gonna mess with you.
I told the
Month night.
dirtiest jokes and like I said,
the
I'm
only
only
time I didn't like a trucker was when I had to wake one up because he was in the middle of the walkway and I was escorting two elderly people to their cars and there was very big snow drifts. I did not like what I saw when I woke that poor man up in his truck just to ask him to move it and he told me off. It was not a pretty sight.
Man.
Yeah. It's like, so I don't go up to trucks anymore and knock on their doors.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The next card. Natural and man-made disasters. On March 15th, 2031, a powerful hurricane strikes the coast, causing widespread flooding and destruction. An emergency shelter manager must decide whether to allow more people into the already overcrowded shelter or to turn them away, knowing they have no refuge. If you were the shelter manager, how would you handle this situation? Tambra, how would you handle that situation?
I don't know. I really
What
don't.
was that?
I don't know. I really don't.
Karen?
I missed like the middle of it.
Okay. A hurricane hits the coast. You are a emergency shelter manager. You have to have people come in, but the shelter is already overcrowded. Do you turn them away or no?
No, and you should know in advance that not only would I be managing that shelter, I'm a little Hitler. I'll make everybody stand up and squeeze more and squeeze more and squeeze more
Yeah.
because it's a storm. So assuming after a few hours you can leave.
Should be.
I
But
am not going to kill
I'm not
people
be.
for a few hours of discomfort.
Yeah.
Although afterwards I will kick them out as fast as I can.
It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard question.
Yeah. Shannon, how about you?
I'd probably do the same as Karen because I wouldn't want anybody out in that storm. I may
Yeah.
not be on the coast of any of the US, but still, I wouldn't want to kick anybody out.
Yeah. Terminator?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't kick anybody out.
Uh-uh.
There's ways of getting more people in a building.
Yeah.
There's always ways.
Yep. I would
Yeah. Start
have
stacking bunk beds.
yep, exactly. That have people stand up,
Hey,
use
if the Pakistanis and the Chinese can stack people on top of each other, so can people in the storm shelter.
yep. Use every little piece of ground there flooring there is. Use the bathrooms if they have to, closets, whatever.
The stairwells.
Yes. Yep.
I'm afraid I
No.
wouldn't give up the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Not with that many people.
Yeah.
Not that they'll be clear.
Yeah.
Because with that many people, there's going to be a constant turnaround business as it was.
Yeah.
And now the stairwells, oh yeah. You get one step. You can sit down and stretch your legs out on one step.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a baby, hold it in your lap.
Yep. Welcome, goat. All right. Oh, okay. Next one. New American Civil War. In the midst of a new American Civil War on February 16, 2026, you are a soldier stationed near Virginia. Your unit is tasked with capturing an enemy stronghold. However, you discover that the stronghold is being used as a shelter for civilians who are caught in the crossfire. Would you follow orders to capture the stronghold, potentially harming innocents, or disobey orders and try to protect the civilians, risking being jailed by the army or worse? What would be your main goal after this decision? Karen.
Me and my whole damn family's in a cave somewhere staying away from authority. I would not be there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would not even be there. There is no way that will ever happen because I will not allow it.
Yeah.
Rebel. We're rebels.
Terminator, what about you?
No, I agree 100% with Karen. Why would you be there and put yourself in a position like that?
Yeah.
And if they
We
say,
ain't
"Oh
gonna
well,
be.
you
We
have
ain't
to
gonna
be due
jack
to
with the government.
circumstance,"
Screw the
I'm
government.
sorry. Again, even if you put me in the right place at the right time, I don't have to open my mouth and let you know what I'm capable of.
Mm-hmm. That is
Screw
true.
the government.
Silence
Screw the government.
is the best thing.
I mean,
Yes,
I
it
can
is.
I can show respect and deference for our military brethren. I am ex-military. I believe in the vets. I don't necessarily believe in the guy giving the orders,
Yeah.
Screw the
but I know what
government.
the
Hmm.
soldiers are there to do, and I know that they will do their job. And best thing I can do is stay the hell out the way and let the chips fall where they may.
Some of them
Yeah.
will. Some of them will stay loyal to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just like the commandment, thou
Yep.
shall not kill. I would not. I would protect.
See, they try to get it used to be you couldn't put the military on the citizens. And a few years ago, they actually asked my son, if there was an emergency situation, are you going to take care of the follow orders, or are you going to go take care of your family? Now, all the
What will he
soldiers, of
do?
course, said, I'm going to take care of my family, period.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
And no, I will not go door to door in my home state.
That's exactly good.
So what they did was they sent them to train how to go door to door in another state. Like my
That ain't
son
good.
from Tennessee got sent to California to train on how to go door to door during martial law.
Yeah.
Okay? So it won't be California's National Guard there so much as it will be the National Guard, but it may be from Kansas or Missouri or Florida because
That's still
those
not
aren't
good
their family members.
Yeah.
because it's not good. That's not good.
No.
But that's how they will not send a soldier to round up his own family. They'll send him to round up somebody else's family and vice versa. It will not be
But
your son coming to the door to get you. It'll be somebody else's kid.
if you're an
Yeah.
American, they should not go after
Yeah.
you.
Some will, some won't. Some will. You go about 50, honest to God, in the military, even now with all the new enlistments, 50-50.
50-50.
50-50
Some will,
as
some
to
won't.
who will stay and do their duty and who will go home and take care of their families. 50-50. They do have the option of disobeying or ignoring an illegal order.
They do.
Okay. So if you
Yep.
illegally order them to go shoot the people that live down this street, by our own laws, they can ignore that order and refuse.
They
But
won't
not
get
all of them will
court
either.
martial.
No, they'll beat a court
No,
martial.
They
some of them
always
won't.
want you. They always want somebody to do their dirty work. They can't do it. They're not man enough to do
They
it
won't
themselves.
court martial you.
Damn
At the
government.
most, they'll cover it up to protect his legacy. Hence the term "friendly fire."
Yeah.
See, that's what
Yep.
our people should not attack the common citizens.
No, they shouldn't, and most won't. But there are a few that are going to. The ones who don't have a family, the ones who were raised in broken homes, the ones who just joined up from another country so they wouldn't have to fight in their own damn army. There's a lot of them out there too. We have a shit ton of South Africans in our army right now.
The ones that
And
are
have
mad at the
had since
world.
before apartheid.
Yep.
Because the white
Kind of like
farmers
what's
that
going on in
came to the
California right
US,
now.
yeah, same thing
So
with
how
the
do you know
Mexicans and
That's
everybody else.
BS right now too.
Yeah.
Our own military is comprised, at least in
so
part,
how do you know who
by our adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
so how do you know who to shoot when they come down your driveway? How do
Oh,
you know who to
they
shoot when they
shit
come down your
themselves
driveway?
coming down my driveway. You know that that's just the feeling you get when you pull off the pavement and come down my driveway. It is scary as fuck. It is hillbilly redneck central.
Yep, me too. But
And we get them occasionally. I mean, last summer, 3 times illegal Mexicans come up the driveway, just looking for what they could steal. I assume, because it'll be 4 guys in a car or 4 guys in a truck, and they got no business being down here, none whatsoever.
Yep.
And they see me with an AR-15, and they see Jack, because
hey,
they'll go by and not see us. But when they come back out, I step out and I drop down. And they remember me. And they don't
Yep.
come back.
if you put that green laser on them, they don't like that.
I got the red dot.
Yep, green and red, same thing.
That red
Alrighty.
one on my cars means business. If you're close enough, I can put that red dot on you. I don't even need to aim. I just need to put that red dot where I want you to get hit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Done that before. Stick it. Just put it in the back of a truck. They come down my driveway. They turn around, you put it in there, and they get to leave quick.
I have this. I don't know if
You got Terminator.
There you go.
Yep. The red light. Yep.
see it.
Little laser pointer.
I carry that with me, so then they'll think that there's a that I've got. You put that red dot on them, they'll think they're. I carry that with my keys.
Duct tape it around at the bottom of your rifle, on the bottom of the barrel
Yeah.
there, close to
They
the
can't have
end.
rifles.
Duct tape it to it,
Canada
Yeah.
can't have rifles.
and then pow.
Yeah,
Canada can't have rifles.
but I carry that with me when I go out.
There you go. All right. Next one. World War III.
Oh Lord, do it.
All right. You are a leader of a community that is caught in the middle of World War III, and the enemy military has surrounded your town. The enemy has offers to spare your town if you surrender and allow them to use it as a military base. But your own military wants you to fight them off with all you have, threatening prison sentences against anyone who surrenders. From that, you can see and the odds of you winning stand at 50-50. But surely some of your group members maybe even you will die if you choose to fight. What would you do in this situation?
Talk to me. fuck that shit. We ain't surrendering for no reason.
Oh man,
Talk to All American.
I know.
I agree.
Shannon,
100%.
I'm
Sorry.
basically would say I'd sneak out in the middle of the night and be like, let them have it. It's
Come on,
not worth
Shannon.
fighting over.
We're gonna go around the city 7 times, and we're gonna say, "Hallelujah," and it's gonna fall.
Yeah, basically go around the walls of Jericho and then
Exactly.
blow those horns and then do that.
Okay.
Karen.
World War II, Russia. Run if you can, and burn
Ain't
that
surrendering.
motherfucker down. Leave nothing
Ain't
for them.
surrendering no matter what.
Leave nothing
Yeah.
for them.
Blow it up.
Yep, there you go.
I mean, your side might need it. But you sure as hell ain't gonna let their side have it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna,
Fight to the death.
and if I die, I die. That's why I'm there,
Exactly.
right?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm there to stop them at all costs. Blow every motherfucking thing up.
Damn right.
And y'all know
That's right.
me. I don't need modern equipment to make a big boom boom go boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad bitches.
Well, that's the wonderful thing
Mhm.
about being a lab tech and learning a little bit about chemicals, and then being a herbalist and knowing which plants contain those chemicals.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yes. All right.
Oh, that was a good lightning strike.
Oh, you getting a little thunder boomer?
Yep.
We had ours. It was an hour ago,
It'll be okay.
and there wasn't much of a boom to it.
Well, after the live stream, I'll probably, when I get off, I'll probably just sit in front of my picture window and watch God's work.
It's pretty.
'Cause I love watching that.
And God's only job tonight is to water all the garden pots I filled today.
Oh, yeah. But I like the boomy booms and the sparklies
You like the
that light up
negative
the sky.
ions.
What was that, Karen?
She likes the negative ions.
Yes.
Yep.
It happens when you're firing off gunpowder. That smell
Yep.
and it changes the air pressure
Yep.
at the bottom of Niagara Falls. Same thing. That's why so many newlyweds get pregnant there.
Oh wow.
It's negative ions. And during a thunderstorm, which is why so many babies get conceived on nights with bad storms, is
Didn't know
because
that.
it really boosts the negative ions in the air, and the negative ions in the air make you very friendly.
I
Cool.
didn't either.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Neither did I.
Interesting.
Well, now you know why you like it so much. Ask your husband to watch with you.
I usually do. He doesn't like the thunderstorms too much.
I love it.
Well, maybe he'll let you hold him and comfort him.
Oh no.
That's funny. Okay. Next card. Religion. On September 5th, 2025, a fictitious, I'm not saying that right, but religious leader has proclaimed that the end of days is upon humanity. And upon humanity, and that only a mass suicide will ensure salvation for their followers. Your parents
Jim
who have
Jones.
your
Bullshit.
parent. Wait, where was I? Okay.
At your parents.
Your parents who have been swayed by the leader you are planning to participate. To save them, you must confront the leader, but doing so could result in your own death or deaths of others who defy the leaders. Do you risk everything to save your parents, or do you respect their choice even if it means losing them forever?
Hell
Terminator.
no. You make them go down there and you make them fill out their will, and then you say, goodbye, mommy, goodbye, daddy, I love you. And you send them on their merry way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be involved in that kind of crap.
But this is okay.
No,
If your
you shoot
parents were
them.
still around, would you let them do it, or
Shoot them. Shoot the people
I'd
and
hog tie them and I'd take them out of that
get
position
them out of
and
there.
I'd take them away.
Let them
yes?
go.
Get your
Natural
family out of there.
selection. Let them go.
No.
Shannon,
I
what would
love my parents,
hold on.
and I got lucky. My parents were not religious fanatics, but a lot of my
Mhm.
friends' parents were literal religious fanatics.
Yeah,
And there's all kinds of nasty they do in the name of their fanaticism.
Fanaticism?
Okay,
I like
well,
that word.
whatever. I made it up. It works. But
It's good.
but the thing about it is, I mean, there's not love there between the children and the parents. There's not. And if you grow up in a fanatic household, are you not a religious fanatic yourself?
yeah,
Which
Yeah.
means if you didn't, that it's something recent. And considering the world today, and considering, I mean, I stay away from all religions for just this reason. All religions, I stay away. I worship the Creator in my own way because one man's martyr is another man's fanatic.
Exactly.
yeah,
Okay. And if my mother was still alive and she said, "Baby, I met this man and he told me to give away all my worldly goods," because they told me that when I was sick, they told me, "Settle your estate now." I'm
yeah,
poor. It took 2 days and then I got bored. But you know what I mean. 9 times out of 10, the church is trying to get the money and stuff. You have to donate to the church to become part of a church. Stop it there. Stop it there.
yeah,
Go to court, do what you got to do. Make sure that they don't have anything they can give to the church or that anybody can profit from after they're gone. And if they still want to go out there and meet their maker, you're grown, your kids are grown, kiss mommy and daddy goodbye. Euthanasia is a very big business in a lot of the world today.
yeah,
It is. It is. Really.
yeah,
And I'm sorry, but if you're over a certain age, I think
It
you should
really
be
is.
allowed to choose.
yeah,
I believe in quality over quantity. I would not, in my in my worst nightmares, want to end up like my father-in-law. That crap doesn't run in my family. It's heartbreaking to watch.
hmm,
So if he told me tomorrow, I would give him a feast and send him on his merry way.
That is illegal in a lot of states and
It is,
Canada.
and they're pushing for it because people are going broke paying for funerals, and people are going broke paying hospital bills to for 80, 90-year old patients. When I'm sorry, man, when you're that far along, no, what quality of life are you going to have if you still keep living?
yeah,
Exactly. It is illegal in a lot of states, and I
So
think
if
in
your
Canada too.
parents decide at a certain age it
Mhm.
is time to go, and that's how they choose to go,
hmm,
I'm going to let them. I'm going
yeah,
to get everything put in my name, and then I'm going to send them off, but I'm going to let them.
I'm gonna just go lay down in the
I'm going to
barn.
make
Let
sure that nobody
cows
else
get
gets
on
caught
me.
up in it. I'm going to make sure that the other children don't get caught up, the grandkids, the nieces, the nephews. I'm going to make sure no one else gets dragged in,
Yeah.
but I will let them make their own mind up.
Mm-hmm.
It's that whole thing that we had the conversation we had before on whether or not they were mentally competent to make the decision to give up their own life.
Yes.
Okay. They may not like the world they're living in. It has changed so much. They may be doing that just to because they can't actually literally take it here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I figure the government will shoot me because they'll be coming up my driveway trying to do something crazy. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
my parents, I let them make their own decision. I just
Yeah.
make sure no one can profit from it.
Mm-hmm. Shannon, what about you?
I'm gonna read a little bit of Revelations for everybody.
Do it.
Okay.
Tell us.
It's the first chapter. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ, and of all the things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and that they hear the words of this prophecy, and keep these things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. John to the 7 churches which are in Asia, grace be unto you, and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne, and from Jesus Christ, who is the faithful witness, and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us, and washed us from our sins in his own blood, and hath made us kings and priests unto God and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Beholdeth, he cometh in the clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. I
Bring it
am
on.
the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, saith the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty.
I'll be here to the last day. I'm probably going to be a martyr.
I think everybody that believes in Jesus will be up in heaven while the wicked will be judged. He
I
that
hope so.
does not follow the 10 commandments will be judged fairly and fiercely. And I am trying my best to follow each and every of the 10 commandments, because those are the only commandments we should be following. Not the man-made ones, the God-made ones.
Yeah.
And the greatest is the
Because
lesser.
that's what counts in this world.
Yes. Hey, Dean. Yes, I will let him know that you said hey. And you also have a wonderful night as well. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Next one. Pandemic. On November 8th, 2030, a pandemic has led to the government implementing strict regulation of essential resources. You work at a distributing center and have access to the limited supplies. Your sibling pleads with you to steal extra rations for their family, who are on the verge of starvation. Do you risk your job and potentially imprisoning to help your sibling, potentially depriving others of their fair share, or do you refuse, knowing that your sibling's family may suffer consequences? Terminator.
I wouldn't jeopardize. You know what? They should be. They're old enough. If they should be preparing and prepping. And if it comes down to that, they should do their own bad deeds, not have somebody else do it for them. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Shannon?
Why risk myself?
Yeah.
I do the same as Terminator. I'm not risking my own life for my siblings. They know how to find food because I gave them all the books. They should know how. And they're all old enough. They're all above 40 years old. Except for one, I think. I can't keep track of everybody's ages. I just know from 74 to 82, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be 51 in like a week.
If it's 82, then yes, they are over 40.
Yeah, that would be my last little brother with his 2 children and his wife.
Because my
2 dogs, 2 cats.
My brother wasn't born in 83, so I know he's over 40. So
yeah.
All right, Tambra.
I don't have any siblings, so it don't matter. I'm taking care of my animals.
There you go. All right, Karen.
Hell no, I don't help them. I taught them how. I check in occasionally, make sure they've got prepped up and that they're ready for what's coming. I give them a heads up every now and then, you know.
I can pray that.
And other than that, they on their damn own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over legal age, mentally stable, in your right mind, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to me.
What you got?
Fidget spinner.
All right, next card. Economic collapse. In 1997, Indonesia was hit hard by the Asian financial crisis, leading to widespread poverty and unemployment. You're an Indonesia official. I can't talk tonight. Okay. You're an Indonesia official responsible for the distributing government aids to families affected by the crisis. However, you discover a portion of the aid is being siphoned off by the corrupt officials. Reporting the corruption could lead to regulations against you and your family. Do you risk your safety to the corruption, or do you stay silent to protect your loved ones? Karen?
I'd stay silent. But only because, you know, I probably got a shit ton of stuff hidden somewhere myself anyway.
I find that funny because I know others would do that too.
I mean, I can't burn somebody off if it's going to bring eyes down upon me. I got too much shit I got hid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll end up doing a full investigation and could lose everything.
Yeah.
What I say? Put your head down, plow through it, and if anyone asks, I know nothing.
Yeah. Tambra,
are you all right? Oh, there you are.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone.
No, she's back.
There she is.
I'm here.
Shannon, what about you?
I probably would do the same as Karen and Tambra.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth getting your But put in
Losing
jail or
everything.
worse.
Yep. Yeah,
Because
I
one
would
way or
just,
the other, they'll get back at you.
yeah.
Yep.
And then, like even Karen said, I see nothing, I know nothing, I hear nothing.
Yep.
I,
Kind of like the
Stay on
three
your place.
monkeys. See no
I always
evil,
say
hear
I'm
no
blind
evil,
in this
speak
eye
no
and I can't
evil.
see out of this eye.
You knew an official
Stay on
was,
your place.
grabbing
Don't worry
kitties
about
and
people.
having Adam down in the storeroom or something like that,
Right.
then yeah, open your mouth. But when it's monetary or economic, no.
yeah.
No.
No.
And also when you, Karen, when you were like, I see nothing, I always remember of Hogan's Heroes, Schultz
I see
saying
nothing.
it. Yeah.
Schultz.
Yep.
All right. Wait, which
I
one am
like
I
that
on?
show.
I do too. I actually have a customer that 2 of her dogs are Schultz and Heidi. Yeah.
Cute.
I'm surprised they didn't name their third dog Colonel Clink or something. But
It's like
they
my
named
dog that passed away. I named him Cooter after Duke Hazard.
yeah.
Hey,
But they named their third dog Remy instead, after
Remy?
Remington.
I named my doggy Pig
Oh, yeah.
because she snorts, she grunts, she roots, she waddles, and she quite literally looks like a baby pig.
Mm-mm.
Alrighty. Next one. Terrorism, violent, and thought crimes. On July 14th, 2029, the power grid faces a catastrophic overload due to a cyber attack combined with the intense heat wave. Cities and towns are without electricity, and the electrical company says it would be weeks before the power is restored. You work as the director at a high security prison, and your backup generators broke down to the lack of maintenance just days after running nonstop. You have a choice to let all the inmates loose in the yard and risk a riot, or let them stay in their cells where some of them will die of heat stroke. If there is a riot and the prison population escapes, the nearby towns will be at the inmates' mercy. If you let them stay in their cells, you risk causing their deaths and maybe becoming a future inmate yourself. How would you handle this situation and why?
Oh, God.
I know there was a lot there. Karen, what about you?
I let them out in the yard with sprinklers and water hoses, and we have a kitty water fight.
Mm-hmm.
Cool them off, take the temper down.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I would throw them out in the yard, but I would have the hoses going.
Yeah.
You have more control that way. You can knock the shit out of them with the hoses.
Yep.
When it gets really hot too, and you're overheated, and your blood pressure is rising, and you get into a fury, the quickest way to
What
de-escalate
are you doing?
is to hose them down.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'll go one more than that. Water balloons. Laundry baskets full of water balloons. Let them have a water balloon fight. It relieves that testosterone and that pent up energy without actually hurting anybody. Pulls you down, makes you laugh, de-escalate. A water
Yeah.
fight
There
in the
you go.
yard
Yeah.
because people are stupid and don't know how to think ahead.
Yeah. And that's a good one. I mean, what adult doesn't want to be like a kid again and just do a water balloon fight? Yep. Terminator. Did you
I'd
answer?
never want the position. I would never want the position.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd never ever put myself in that position.
Yeah. Tambra.
Turn them out and let them fight with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad.
You want some water? Okay. Well, I just got one more. All right, Shannon, did you answer on that one?
No, but I think Karen's idea is pretty cool.
I know. I like that one too.
But
Yeah,
I would like let
it is.
the cell
You're on
blocks
your
out
side,
one
I'm getting
at a
pink
time.
today.
Like give them like 45 minutes in the yard each,
Yeah.
just to play around with the water balloons. Because that way
Yeah.
everybody gets a chance instead of putting them all together. Because you
They'll
never
kill each
know
other.
who hates who in each cell block.
They'll
That's
kill each
true.
other.
Yep.
You could always make them strip to their skivvies before you let them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shank.
But also though, having their clothes wet, if they even then like if they do like what Shannon said, your timed frame, then their clothes are still wet. You go back in your cell, you're still cool a little bit with your clothes still wet. So
Yeah.
hopefully then yeah.
They say those prisons are pretty. They don't have any heat. They don't have any air in them. No air conditioning.
Well, even in the thing, it even said that their generators or their backup thing ran all the way until it stopped because it was running nonstop, and so
Actually, the newer facilities do have heat and air.
yeah.
I don't know if they do in Texas or not.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Last card for this evening is government.
Screw the government.
On April 5th, 2028, in the Ravage Remnants, the government has banned all forms of artistic expression under the freedom of speech laws, deeming them a threat to social order. Your close friend is a talented artist and meme creator, continues to create his artists in secret despite the risk of imprisonment. Do you support your friend's act to defy and help them hide their activities, or do you advise them to abandon their passion to avoid the wrath of the government? I say go for it.
What do you say? What'd I say? Screw the government.
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, freedom of expression, y'all. I ain't give it up. Y'all will not let you take it from me.
Nah.
Yep.
Yep.
I will help
I agree
create. I will
100%.
buy the damn paint and have them tag City Hall.
There
Yep.
you go. I like that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, like Anna said, I'd help them spread it too.
Mm-hmm. Contact list.
Yep.
Hey y'all, you gotta see this. Send all.
Yeah. That's funny. I like that.
You know what
Well,
I'm gonna
Yep.
say? But we live with all Americans.
yeah.
Yeah,
You sleep.
yeah, yeah.
Denver, why are you on your side?
I'm getting some food for my puppies and me. I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm on my side for.
Right,
Am I all
there you
good
go.
here?
There you go.
Okay.
I was getting a kink in my neck trying to follow you.
I'm so sorry. Gotta
She
get my
keeps us
puppies some
guessing.
food. Gotta get my
Oh, that's
puppies some food.
That was all the cards for this evening. Thursdays, I know we are planning we're so far doing a garden tours with everybody. Tamara's supposed to be next, but she's unsure about her internet if it will do good out there.
Come on, puppies. Yeah,
But
I hope
she
it
does,
does.
and I'll run down and show y'all what I've got accomplished this week because I've been working my
Come on,
ass off.
puppies.
Okay.
So I'll fill in the gaps, but she's going to try.
Yeah.
I'll try, but I don't know if I will or not be able to.
Does your phone
Okay.
have Wi-Fi?
I
I mean, can
don't
you
have a lot
use
of
your
service.
phone as a hotspot for the internet?
I don't have a lot of service anywhere,
Uh,
so I don't know. I have it in the house, but not outside. Get out of there, boy! In my beds. They're in my beds.
uh-uh.
Come on, let's go. Lucy. Yeah, that ain't good. Come on, let's go. Come on. Birds.
All right, ladies. Well, this was a good Monday. We had a good game. I know when I get off here, I'm going to make us something to eat.
They're bad. Oh, they're bad.
So, aw, hey puppies.
They're like they look innocent, but they're not. They're bad.
Yes, they do look innocent.
They look innocent, but they're bad.
They're like, I've been good. I just had fun. That's all.
Yeah, both of them in my bed.
It's either they look innocent. Well, that's how God fools you, right? So you don't leave them out for the wolves to
Just
dispose
like
of.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They look innocent, but
but
they're not.
but like with Jack, you know, he only weighed 5 pounds. He was so tiny and so freaking cute. And the
Yeah.
vet said 75 to 95 pounds. He just topped out at 130, y'all.
Oh Lord.
Man.
Good boy.
I gotta go buy a new harness for him.
Come on, dude.
Man.
Come on,
But he's like 4 or 5 years old, so he shouldn't get no bigger now.
No.
He should be fully grown. I mean, I know it takes them 3 years to reach their full, but then it takes them another year to put that adult spread on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now
he's
just
officially
watch
got
his.
he's done, and he's got his full adult spread, and
Now it's just watching, making sure he don't add more weight on that he doesn't need it.
I control their food. They eat once a day. They eat a specific amount. They get no grains. They don't get a lot of extra treats. And they get, an hour and a half out in the field every freaking day.
Mm-hmm.
So they get their exercise.
That's good.
So no, he doesn't have a chance to get fat.
That's good.
Spoil rotten. They're spoil rotten. They're having hamburger steak and carrots tonight.
Mine had rotisserie chicken on top of their grain-free dog food.
This is spoil rotten too.
A little bit, either milk or gravy.
Terminator was too
And
busy
then I have
stealing
milk
eggs
or
out of my
gravy
bucket.
with
Yeah, that's
cereal.
fine.
Did she eat them? Did she eat them, Terminator?
I don't know. I can't find them anywhere. She must have.
She must
She
have.
must have. She's flaked out here beside me.
They will.
Yeah. No, she was put on the chain today because she was bad. She won't stay off the road, and she keeps sneaking down the hydro line and ends up down by the neighbors. So,
Not
and
good.
she won't listen. So when she comes back off the road, I catch her and I tie her back up, and she was on the chain today and she didn't like it. She sat and howled and whined and barked at me and tried to get my attention while I was in the garden, and I just ignored her.
Yeah.
If she keeps it up, I'm gonna set up a shock collar. I'm gonna get one,
I don't like that.
and I'll put her full zap. She'll learn.
No, I had to with Jack. and you have to be careful with him because you got to keep it on max because low, he don't even phase him.
Yeah.
It really
Sheesh.
doesn't.
Nope.
But if it comes, he's got three and a
No.
half, almost 4 acres to
Come
run.
on. You cannot eat her
It's
food.
not a city yard. This is a 4 acre homestead. So I got to teach him to stay inside the fence because the neighbors who are he's not doing anything. He's just so big they're terrified. But they have the legal right to shoot him if he goes into their yard.
I hate that.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yep.
ma'am. I
Well,
used a shock collar.
Yeah.
Not on my
Very
little
see, my
one,
important.
but the
property's
little
not,
one's fine, but Jack is just
I have 100 acres and my property's not fenced. So,
he's a. Have you
and
thought
I have a
about an
neighbor down the road that
invisible
has
fence?
cows,
Have you
goats.
thought about an invisible fence along the road side of your property?
That's what I'm thinking.
Because that's what I had to
Yeah,
do.
I've got
It's
almost
the
2,000
invisible
feet of road frontage.
fence. It only shocks him if he crosses it.
They don't like it though.
Yeah, no, I know.
And well, I think he'd like it less if I let the neighbor chop him up with a machete.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I mean, especially a big ass work dog. We're not talking about my Chihuahua. We're talking about a 130-pound work dog. He can take a little zap if he wants to get his head up his butt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so she can. She clear. I have to have high
And
enough
I
fences for
saddle
her
my
because she can clear
children
over 4
too, and
feet.
I have smacked my grandma babies on the tushy on occasion when it called for it.
You need that invisible fence, Terminator,
So
the
I
Yeah.
one
do.
that they bury.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, ladies, this was a good day and evening. Um, so we're going to wrap it up, and then Thursday we'll be ready for our tours. If Tambra, if your internet is too sketchy and won't be able to do it, then Karen will fill in that spot, and then Shannon will be the following week after that,
Hope I can,
and
but
then
I don't
I will
know.
be after that.
I'll take you up in the corner you ain't been to yet.
Okay, sounds
I'll
good.
show you the food forest.
There you go.
Cool.
All right, so everybody will go around. Oh, go ahead.
It's just a hillside that we don't do anything with. We just let God have fun.
There you
The
go.
goats chew shit down. That's it.
You gonna eat it? Here.
Okay. All right, we'll go around, say our
You done?
good evenings and goodbyes, and then we will see everybody on Thursday. So, Tambra.
Stay prayed up and prepped up. That's all I can say.
That's quick and simple and then to the point. I like it. Karen.
Gather knowledge, gather skills. Get ready, y'all. It's coming.
Yep.
It's coming.
Terminator.
Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your ears and eyes open. Prep whatever you can. Prep spiritually, mentally, physically, any way you can. Be prepared because, like Karen said, it's coming. It's starting in the big cities, then it'll be coming to the country.
Yep. All right, Shannon.
I've got two of them, one for the ladies and one for the men. This is for the ladies. It's from Matthew 6, verses 33 and 34. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. And for the men, this is from Colossians 3, verse 15. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body, you were called to peace, and be thankful. Amen.
Amen. I like that scripture that you just read for the ladies.
Amen.
Yep.
The church I grew up at, a little bit of that one was made into a song. So I just sung that in my head. So it's just one of those songs that I've heard whole growing up, and I absolutely love it.
Yep.
And you know what? That goes into what I live by. I'm here today, could be gone tomorrow. You don't know.
Yep. Exactly. So everybody in the chat, come join us on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And ladies, thank y'all for joining in. And we will see y'all on Thursday. Have a good
Yep.
evening. Have a
Yep.
blessed one.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.